Afternoon baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in New York. Today it's the second of this three-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Donald Lair is on the mound for game two. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Corey Dickerson makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The left fielder, number 10, Corey Dickerson.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, EK. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, and it's painfully obvious to say, but if they can't score any runs, their woes are just going to continue. They were shut out in the loss yesterday, so what they really need is to put a few runs on the board early on and let their pitchers work with a lead for once.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Steve?
Hey, just keep doing what they've been doing. They lead the league in slugging percentage. Work the ball down the lines and in the gaps. Continue to get those extra base hits that have been so crucial for them, and they're going to be successful.
Ben Zobrist will dig in now, knowing he'll need to turn it on here down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that batting title.
Well, this is a guy who is in the conversation for that batting title, but he's hitting under 300 over his last 10 games.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Evan Longoria will get his first Opera Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. So now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Tampa Bay 0. Yankees coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Alex Colomé will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, something to watch for. He's thrown extremely well this year on the road, so I expect a good ball game out of him.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And this is low, ball one. EK, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
Yeah, they're in a stretch right now where it seems like all the breaks are really going their way. The only trouble with that is things tend to even out over time, so we'll see how long they can keep riding this hot streak.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, good start so far for the home guys. 1, 2, 3 top half, followed by a leadoff single here to start things off in the bottom half.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Zobrist on to first, and they get the double play. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, Jacoby Ellsbury is really a guy that's fueling this offense right now. He's a guy you cannot fall asleep on when he gets on base because he loves to run. In fact, he's in the top 5 in steals in the AL. So we'll see if he can add to his total in this one.
Brian McCann will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
0-1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
Tap fouled at home plate. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Longoria is over near the railing as he makes the catch to retire the side. Yanks held in check after 1, no score. Will Myers will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Victor Martinez gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
Not exactly the finest of starts to the inning out there on the mound. A walk followed by a wild pitch. This is a good time to go out there and say, hey, what's up?
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And now third base coach Tom Foley's waving him home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Wow, well, there you go. Just more of the same right here. You know, one of the hallmarks of this winning streak is that they've been able to get on the board first quite a bit. And they keep it going here as he drives in the run to make it 1-0.
As Drupal Cabrera will dig in now, knowing he'll need to turn it on here down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that batting title.
Here's a guy who's in the conversation for batting title, and over his last 10 games, he's hit over .330.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2, and now you've got to put that early run behind you and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
Low with a fastball here, in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the...
He's out in show motion. It always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. The average sits at a cool .305 entering play. 4 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. There to take it is Gardner, and there are 2 away now.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Kevin Kiermaier will stand in, and as we give you a look at his splits versus right and left, he's had the better of right-handers, that's for sure. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
2 men on, 2 out, and standing in is the catcher, Deoner Navarro. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from third. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
The left fielder, number 10, Corey Dickerson.
Corey Dickerson in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt here. And a heads-up play to get back to first as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, they tried to go inside again. I like the call, but this time he was ready for it. He drives this one for a solid base hit.
Ben Zobrist will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, that's 4 straight hits against him now. And of the 4, this might be the hardest hit of them all. 1 run will score on the play, and they're really making him sweat out there now.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike 1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ellsbury is under it. And that retires the side. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. On now to the bottom of the second. The Rays are in front. 4-0. Rick Estrada settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one, not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Weak chopper up the line. Throw on to first by Longoria is right there for the first out. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
One away, and the dangerous Mark Teixeira will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Puts it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. 1 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Here's Carlos Beltran as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 1 out and a runner on second base. Grounded to the right. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
The key here is to never panic after you clank one. Go get it, pick it up, throw the guy out.
Madison.
Vaughn Madison will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. He's set. Here it comes. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. On the ground near home. That's a foul ball.
No, that's a foul ball.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail here 4-0. A look there at the most famous urban park in the United States. Central Park set to go again here from Yankee Stadium. Will Myers is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1.
1-1.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Drives it the other way to deep right. Back goes Beltran. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot here off the bat of Will Myers. Number 17 for him on the season, and the Rays have opened this up to 5-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Victor Martinez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
This one's flared toward left center. Madison retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for out number one.
Next for Tampa Bay, the designated
Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. As Dribble Cabrera digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Line towards center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And McCann can't get a glove on that one. It's by him to the backstop. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base.
It seems like very little has gone his way this entire start, and this is going to add to his misery as that will be scored a wild pitch.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Right side hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Cabrera rounds third and heads for home. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away. CC Sabathia is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while.
CC Sabathia.
Kevin Kiermaier will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only one out. Sabathia pauses. Here's the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners are at first and third, one away. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Ellsbury. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
And you want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher? Give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Striding into the box, Deoner Navarro, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Beltran is there. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
That's a nice job there to get this ball airborne. He's able to get that ball out there deep enough to pick up their 3rd run of the inning.
Corey Dickerson will stride in. popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
First offering on its way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And if he swung at that first one, no reason not to go up there again.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
The 1-2 pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing those first 2 pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's caught on to their little game now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and the count now 2-2.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hard liner to center field. Ellsbury is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Rays lead it 7-0. Eduardo Nunez will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great, but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just pack away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And 1 gone now in the New York third.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of a ball game, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
John Grayson will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got 1 hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And you can see he is none too happy about that last call. I think he's saying it was low, and, well, now I know he was saying it was low. But, you know, you can't show up an umpire like that. He may have just cost his guys another inch or 2 on close calls.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Into the windup and the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1, 2, 3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Ben Zobrist is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Shortstop, Ben Zobrist.
Sabathia's ready. First pitch on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hit hard toward the right side. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we show you the team leaders there, you can see that he's moved ever closer to the 50 mark as that's number 49 for him on the year.
And guys, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Usually the guy with the most doubles is also leading in other categories like runs or RBIs. He's a big part of their offense.
First delivery to him on the way. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. For Zobrist, he's now a double shy of 50 for the year. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Seven runs, 10 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Hit hard up the middle. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Even with the big lead, it still doesn't hurt to play good fundamental baseball. So he's able to get his man up to third here with 1 out with that grounder to the right side.
Into the box, Will Myers. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, the last time that was a fastball, and it didn't really look like he got all of it, but the velocity of the pitch probably helped it a little bit, and he just snuck it out of here.
And he takes ball 1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
That's inside. 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
And for a third base coach, that plays right on the border of, should I send him or should I not send him? But he makes the right decision here, and that run's going to score on the sacrifice fly.
Victor Martinez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Yeah!
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0-1.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Daniel Murphy gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Looking to minimize the damage here.
Yeah.
In there, strike 1. Down the first baseline. Teixeira's up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Rays 8 and the Yankees nothing. Brett Gardner is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. Our next telecast comes your way tomorrow afternoon in high definition as these 2 teams wrap up this 3-game set. And you get a look there at the expected starters for tomorrow's contest. So 1 away now for Brian McCann. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Grounded back up the middle. Zobrist is there. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. So those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Rick Estrada will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Kevin Kiermaier heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Sabathia gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. 0-1 pitch on its way. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. 0-2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And Sabathia misses here. It runs full now, 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Deoner Navarro will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And a step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And another one misses here as they fall behind Navarro 2-0.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
8 runs on 12 hits and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Lofted in the air out to right field. Beltran moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Corey Dickerson gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Yeah.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
ground ball right side. Oh, and forget the double play. It's under his glove.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll take a look at ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Smoke toward the hole. The second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately, he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Evan Longoria digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fifth.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
From the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
And this one is past him, and that could be a run. Throw to the plate, and the recovery. Risky decision to try for it there, as all of a sudden the inning is now over. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Rays 8 and the Yankees nothing. Mark Teixeira will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Dickerson's after it. 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, currently 6th in the American League in that department so far this year. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
Hit hard to short. Zobrist has it. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home fifth.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Into the box now, Vaughn Madison. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Martinez is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. When we come back, Evan Longoria will start things off. It's the Rays 8 and the Yankees nothing. Evan Longoria will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. They're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Will Myers will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
And you're just not going to get a better double play ball than this one. He's in perfect position, but then I think his hands got started a little bit before the ball got to him. The old saying, be quick, but don't hurry. This one's going to wind up a very costly error.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
First and second here with nobody out. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit to third. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Asdrubal Cabrera digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
First pitch on its way. On the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third, make it 9-0.
That 2-out hit there makes that air loom extra large now. You got to make sure you get this next guy before this inning gets any further out of control.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Lays off 1-0.
1-0.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
The 2-0 on the way. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Lifted in the air out to left. Gardner is there, and that ends the inning. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Rays 9 and the Yankees nothing. Eduardo Nunez will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Strike.
For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Got him.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Grayson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
1-1.
Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Into the seats, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there by Ellsbury as he's down 0-2 now.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 2 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 9-0. Back here in the Bronx. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Jean Machi will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Jean Machi.
Kevin Kiermaier stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip.
Fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Deoner Navarro will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Pitch of the at-bat. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A runner at first with no outs here. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1, 2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, that strike zone looks like it's tightening up a bit.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Hard hit towards center. Ellsbury is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Brett Gardner will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Kiermaier makes the play, 1 away.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Brian McCann will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Bounced weakly near the plate. Navarro gonna have to hurry. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Rick Estrada will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? They continue to stack up. 17 in a row set down now as the side is retired again. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Ben Zobrist comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Very softly hit to the left side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning. Evan Longoria digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
1 out, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Will Myers is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Drilled right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him, but he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. Lands in for a base hit, and he's 3 for 5 in this one. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Man, I'll tell you, you talk about veteran leadership and showing youngsters how to approach each and every at-bat at the major league level. Well, just show them the tape of this swing. If he tries to pull this pitch, it's either a 4-hopper or an easy fly ball. Instead, he knows just to basically throw his hands at this thing, and he's able to drive it the other way for a double.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. On to first, and the Rays are kept off the scoreboard here as the side is retired. Rays strand a pair, but they'll live with it as they hold a 9-0 lead. Mark Teixeira will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First pitch on its way to Teixeira. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. It's shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they've just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Carlos Beltran will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Well, I'll tell you, that bat is just miserable. I mean, I think the bat finally just said, look, I've had enough.
Vaughn Madison will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Two out, nobody on. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he got his 2-0 fastball, but it wasn't in that one place, one spot that we always talk about. So that was a good idea to let that one go and wait for something else.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 9-0. Now in the box, Daniel Murphy. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Ellsbury on the move. One down.
The batter, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Digging in, Kevin Kiermaier. He singled his last time up. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single.
You see from the wide angle, the third baseman, he's not expecting this at all. He's got no chance to make the play here. That's a great job of catching everybody off guard.
Here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro. Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is not in time as it was up the ladder a bit, and that'll move a man into scoring position now with one away.
Yeah, and this starts to beg the question about what exactly you're trying to accomplish out there. I mean, I think you need to consider playing station to station right now and not trying to run things up even more.
And he takes this one high, 1-1.
And I think they stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Gets a small piece near the plate. McCann scoops it up. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single. Corey Dickerson steps in looking for his third hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
And he doesn't look like the same reliever here in his third inning of work. Looking a little worse for wear out there.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. But no matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Two down, runners at first and second. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And now third base coach Tom Foley's waving him home. And the run is in to score from second.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the absolute disaster.
Evan Longoria digs in, and he'll try to improve on a 1-for-5 effort thus far.
Yeah, and you know, guys, the difference between a 2-for-6 and a 1-for-6 is a big deal. So let's see what he can do here.
Comes set, now the pitch. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
Oh, man, if you're a pitching coach, you might want to update your resume after this performance. His guys have been brutal.
Squared that one up just a little late. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Rays get a run thanks to Ben Zobrist. Last chance coming up here for the Bombers. It's the Rays 10 and the Yankees 0. Eduardo Nunez will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Now here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. One away.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
John Grayson will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Here's the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
A little party there. No balls and a strike.
The further this game goes along, you get the sense that sooner or later somebody's going to run into one of these fastballs and hit one out of here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he misses with it, 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Launched to right field and deep. Myers looking up. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. A solo shot for Jacoby Ellsbury. Number 13 for him on the year, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, this has pretty well been an afternoon to forget so far, but at least he's going to get something positive to show from an individual standpoint. Maybe pad those stats a little bit as he gets a good pitch to hit here, and he really gears up on it.
Brett Gardner will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. 2 out, nobody on. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Rays will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Well, that run in the ninth means that they couldn't quite finish off the shutout, but still a very good performance out there on the mound.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely keyed his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 10-1. So long from the Bronx.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game was the victorious Rays. 10 runs on 21 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Yankees, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. They left just 1 runner on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 28 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.